Hey guys, welcome back to another video in this Python turtle graphics series. So in the previous video, I told you how you can actually take input from a user, how you can actually typecast the data type, and how you can actually convert a data type of one variable uh, to another data type form. So in this video, what I'll be talking about is a Python built-in data structures. So if you're familiar with the C++, we have something called as standard template libraries, STL. There we got built-in data structures in C++, but in C language, data structures we need to create manually. So there is no built-in data structures in C language. So similarly in Python, we do have built-in data structures. So those are list, tuple and dictionary. So as far as this course is concerned, these topics are not related, so you don't need to learn about list, tuples and dictionary in order to create a graphics. So I'm just telling you guys so that you can get familiarized with the concept, actually basics of Python built-in data structures. So what are lists actually, what are tuples, and what is the syntax actually? Those are the things we're gonna figure it out in this video. And alright, there we go. So first of all, we need to talk about list by a built-in data structure. So first of all, the question arises, what is a list? A list is, first point is, it is a built-in data structure. Another point is, it contains data elements of having a same data type. It may be different data type as well. So there is a misconception that lists and arrays are same. So some people say a list and array are same, but that's not true actually. So if you can recollect the arrays concept in C language or in C++ or any other language, array is defined as, it is a derived data type, and it is defined as a collection of elements having same data type. So that is what the array is. But where in case of list, you can actually create a list having same data type, or you can create a list having data elements of having different data types. So I'll show you to you how actually it is different from array. So let's get started with this list concept. So let's just say, first of all, I need to write a variable name. So let's just say phones, which I'm really fascinated about it. So phones equal to, how you can create a list in Python is just by putting these square brackets. So inside these square brackets, we can pass it any numbers or names. Let's just say first one, let's just say Samsung. And the second element, we can write it as Apple. So this is actually declaration of a list. If you want to check what type of data it is or what type of class it belongs to, is just by writing like this, type of phones. So we got class list. So this is how you can create a list in Python. So this is actually dynamically typed, so you can pass it on any number of elements in this list actually. So you can append the list, or you can add elements, you can reverse the list. So there are different operations you can do it on list. For example, if you want to check what are the methods you can apply on this list, is just by writing the directory of phones. So what this is, it will show you all the operations that you can perform on this particular list. So if I hit enter, so you can see there are so many things you can copy, clear, append, insert, pop. These are the methods you can apply on this particular list. So this is how you can actually create a list. I'll show you one more thing. So as of now, you can say that this is similar to array. So I'll show you one more thing. Let's just create another list having num and name. So this is my list. So this is how you can declare with the square brackets assigned it to one variable. I will give one as a first element, which is of type integer, and the next element I'll give it as any name, Pratik. So this is how actually I can create. Now you can't say that this is an array, right? So this is having data elements of having different data types. So this is a string data type, and this one is an integer data type. So a list can contain elements having same data type, or else it can contain of dissimilar data type elements. So this is how you can actually create a list. I hope you clear with the list concept. So I'll show you how you can access data items, or how you can actually modify data elements in the list. So first of all, how you can print the first variable. Let's just say I want to print this name. So how can I do that? So it is same as array index starts with 0. So list index also starts with 0. So if you can recollect, array index starts with 0. So in list also array index starts with 0. So this is having this one is having 0 as an index, and this name is having 1 as an index. So first of all, let me just show you how you can actually print this name Pratik. Print num name of 1. So you can pass the index value in this square brackets, and it will print the element at this particular index. So this is how you can actually create element. And you can also modify the element. For example, if I want to change the name or to another name at this particular one index, so how you can do that is just by writing like this: num name of 1 equal to let's just say Teja. So now in place of Pratik, this name is added. So if I want to print what is num name containing, num name, so you can see the data is modified. So from this point we can say that lists are mutable. That means, what I mean to say is, you can modify the data, you can alter the data, or you can override the data. So this is all about lists. You can check out any online portal, so where you can get started with all these inbuilt functions, inbuilt methods you can apply on lists. Now let's talk about tuples. So tuples is a built-in data structures which is very secure than list, and which is very fast than list. So how can I say that it is very efficient than list is, tuples are actually immutable. So the syntax goes like this. So first of all, the same thing, you need to write a variable name. Let's just say cars equal to, so in open and close parentheses you can actually insert the data elements in tuple. So this is the syntax. So in list we have to use this square brackets, but in tuples we use open close parentheses. So let's just say Ford, and another car name, let's just say Honda. So this is a tuple which I created having these two elements of having same data type. So you can create a tuple having different data types as well. So you can create a num name in open close parentheses, you can pass 1 and this name as well. So that's also acceptable in tuples. What is the difference between this tuple and this phones is, so basically you can't reverse the tuple. So in the case of list you can reverse the tuple. So there are different methods such as this. You can use this reverse method in order to reverse this, but in order to reverse this tuple you can't actually do normally. There is no built-in method available to reverse this tuple. But one thing you can do is cars, like this you can do, but it sounds very different, right? What exactly this is. So as of now, if you don't get, don't worry about this how I wrote this. So just forget about this. You can actually think that tuples are immutable. So if I want to change the data type, so if I want to change this Honda to any other name, let's just say cars of 0 equal to, so there we go, we got an error. So tuple object does not support item assignment. So you can't modify the data of a tuple, the data elements in the tuple. So keep that in your mind, that lists are mutable. That means you can change the data, but tuples are immutable. So at this point of time, just keep that in your mind. That's it. So you know how you can actually create a tuple data structure. So this syntax goes here. So if you want to check what are the methods, inbuilt methods available that you can perform on tuples, is just by writing like this: directory of cars. So we got, these are the methods that are built in this class tuple. So you can perform it, or you can check it on any online portal. So there you will get better explanation by explaining each and every method. So that's all about the tuples. Let's get started with dictionary. What exactly it is? So till now we know that list and tuple are same, but only with one difference is the syntax, and another difference is lists are mutable and this tuple is immutable. That means you can't alter or you can't modify the data. So we can access these data members by index values, right? But where in case of dictionary, what you can do is you can access with a dictionary will contain key value pair, and you can access the value with a particular key. For example, if I want to access this Ford, I have to write cars of with 0 index, right? But in case of dictionary, I'll show you in a little minute. Let me just tell you what exactly it is. So but in dictionary, in order to access any value, you have to access with a key. So I'll tell you the syntax, I'll show you the syntax, just hang on. Now let's talk about dictionary. So the syntax goes like this. First of all, you need to create a variable having any name. Let's just say id name equal to, in this curly braces. So in list we have square brackets, and in tuple we have open close parenthesis, and in this dictionary we are having this curly braces. So inside this curly braces, we have to pass in the key value pair. So this goes like this. First of all, we have to pass in key value pair. So first of all, let's just say the roll number is 1, and the person who is having roll number 1, the name of that person is actually, let's just say, Warren. And I can create another data member also, which is key value pair basically. So I'll create a roll number 2 having a different name. Let's just say, I'm using the same example, so don't worry, Pratik. So this guy is having this roll number 2, and this foreign is having the roll number 1. So these are called keys, and these are called as values. So in order to access this member, so when in case of here, where is that example? So in case of this, you are accessing it with a index value of the list. So but in this case, you have to access this project name with this key value, with this key pair. So how can I do that is, I just want to print the Pratik name. So how can I do that? id name of 2. I'm just passing the 2 actually. You can keep that in your, you can think like this, that this is actually an index of Pratik. So you can think like that. So if I hit enter, I'll got Pratik as an output. So in order to access any dictionary, you need to pass on keys as a index. So I hope you got a little bit introduction to Python built-in data structures. Again, these are the basic concepts, so you can actually figure it out on your own. You can check out online portals such as W3 schools or any other online portals available. So there you will get a better understanding of Python built-in data structures. So that's all for this video. I hope you got a little bit idea about Python inbuilt data structures, and in the next video I'll talk about how you can actually create functions in Python, and also I'll talk about for loops and while loops, which are actually helpful in writing a Python turtle graphics program in less lines of code. So we'll talk about it in the next video, and thank you so much for watching, and let's catch up in the next video.